Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan from the Hyperpigmentation Clinic. I'm the world's only doctor and cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of color. And this whole channel is dedicated to skin of color. What I love to do is to do deep dive investigations for you into brands, into the ingredients list, and tell you whether or not each product is suitable for skin of color or whether we should avoid it. So I get asked this question all the time, but Dr. V, why is this important? Why is everything not perfect for skin of color? And the reason is skin of color is very different to Caucasian skin. It behaves very differently to an injury. So as you know, one scratch, one bite, or one burn, and we hyperpigment. We cannot afford any irritation to our skin. And unfortunately, a lot of the products that are on the market can lead to irritation and really weren't designed with skin of color in mind. And so really my job here is, it's non-sponsored, it's evidence-based, it's just to literally go through the ingredients list, tell you whether or not it's worth your money or whether to avoid. The other question I get asked all the time is, okay, Dr. V, what is skin of color? I'm from Europe. Am I skin of color? Or I'm from whichever country. So this is how we describe skin of color. If you are more likely to tan rather than burn in the sun, then you are considered skin of color because your melanocytes are larger and they are easier to trigger. That's it. It's very simple. And so you can be European olive skinned and be more likely to tan rather than burn, and you'd be considered skin of color, which means you need to be more careful with your skin. You need to be more educated with your skincare because you can't afford to irritate the skin. Right, so today we are talking about Mama Earth. The number of times my friends from India have asked me to do this video, and actually quite a few videos, and I promise you, I am doing them one by one. They're all on my to-do list, but Mama Earth seemed to come up a lot. The next one was Earth Rhythm is coming up a lot. Juicy Chemistry, you're asking me to do a lot. So I will 100% do everything that you're asking me to do. But today we are talking about Mama Earth. If that sounds good to you, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, so let's start off with the first product, which is Vitamin C Sleeping Mask. So by the way, the way I decided how to do this was I just looked at their bestsellers list, and we literally, that's what I decided to do, was just do the bestsellers, because I suppose, I'm hoping those are the ones that you've purchased or the ones you want to know about. So that's how I've done this. So the first one is Vitamin C Sleeping Mask. It's a very simple ingredients list. It's basically butylene glycol, which is a solvent, but it's also hydrating. It's actually one of my favorite solvents. And aloe, which is very soothing as well. The negatives here, however, are it's got L-ASCORBIC acid, which is great, but it's very unstable. It's one of those ingredients that you need, it's an antioxidant that you need to really have it in a group of antioxidants in order to stabilize it. So here they've only put L-ASCORBIC acid with no other antioxidants. It's unlikely to be that effective by the time you put it on your skin. It's likely to have already oxidized. And this is the problem with antioxidants, is formulating antioxidants so that they're effective when you put them on your skin. You never just use one, always look for a combination. You know, you want at least three. Three is a good number of antioxidants. The other negative is it does have fragrance, and as you all know, I am not a fan of fragrance. It leads to delayed reactions. So it's a #1 cause of contact dermatitis, which you all know by now. But it also is a co-sensitizer. So say, for example, you're wearing it now, in the future, you get a delayed reaction years from now. And now suddenly this product you've been using for years is now irritating you. So you've had a delayed reaction, but also it's a co-sensitizer. So the other ingredients in the product that you weren't irritated to, you're now sensitive to as well. Fragrance, in my opinion, really has no place in skincare. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, so you can follow me at the Hyperpigmentation Clinic and at Skincare by Dr. V. So at Skincare by Dr. V, I basically create skincare specifically for skin of color without fragrance. And the one that we just launched in September is the world's first lip pigmentation kit. Now this has very high strength actives, but no fragrance. And it's something that people are going to start getting used to, is smelling ingredients. You want to smell the ingredients. You need to know what you're putting on your skin. You don't want to smell like a strawberry because your skin is going to cry. Your skin is going to be very unhappy. So really, we not only do we need to educate ourselves, but we also need to know what ingredients smell like. That should be the norm, you know, knowing that what you're putting on your skin. And I love it, as you all know. You know, I'm sitting there smelling niacinamide, and what does azelaic acid smell like? You know, you want to know what's going on in your skin. So I do believe in the next 12 months, fragrance will be phased out of skincare as more and more people follow channels like this channel and other doctor channels and aesthetic channels. And we're all basically saying exactly the same thing, which is fragrance is not your friend. Stop using fragrance. The big companies, I promise you, are watching. They do contact me. They do contact my colleagues and ask for our advice. So I do believe in the next 12 months it will change. But right now we're doing the video on where we are right now in 2020. And this particular product has fragrance in it, so I would avoid. Okay, so my next product I'm reviewing is the Vitamin C Face Toner. Okay, so it says vitamin C, but it doesn't tell me which form. And this is what I find a lot actually with the Indian websites and the Indian products. Often they'll tell me the key ingredients, but that's not that helpful to me. I need to know every ingredient. And I've only found this really in India. Even with Korean skincare, when I look at their ingredients list, they will give me the full ingredients list. In the West, of course, we have to give the full INCI list because that's part of your CPSR. You can't launch a product unless you've listed everything. But here they've just said vitamin C without telling me which form. And there are many different forms of vitamin C. Some are water soluble, some are fat soluble, some will help with collagen restoration, some are purely antioxidants, some are very unstable. So I need to know exactly which one and what percentage in order to give you an honest opinion on it. So that's one thing I find a bit irksome actually, is that they're not very transparent with the ingredients. Some of the negatives of this product, which I really didn't like, was witch hazel. So witch hazel has a very high concentration of tannins, and it can be sensitizing to the skin. In addition, don't forget that witch hazel is distilled in alcohol, so often there's alcohol in the end product too, which is not good for our skin, especially drying alcohols. I've done a whole video for you on good and bad alcohols. This is a bad alcohol basically. So it leads to free radicals in your skin, which damages your collagen, leads to premature aging. And the thing is, it's okay if you wear something for a couple of times, but when you're wearing something over years, that's when you start to notice a difference. And I just feel like everything we put on our skin, if we're spending money on skincare, it really has to be good for our skin, because it's just not fair otherwise, to be honest. Okay, so I would avoid witch hazel full stop in all your skincare. The other negative in this is it's got glycolic acid, and it's my least favorite AHA. I'll do a whole video for you on it. It's a tiny molecule. It can lead to PIH, especially in high percentages. So really anything more than 4 or 5% is not good for skin of color. And it's also, what are you pairing it with? So now, for example, in this product, they've got witch hazel and glycolic acid. I would never put those two ingredients together. You know, it's asking for trouble. I think a lot of people have probably reacted to this product, and I would probably say to avoid it. If you want me to do a full in-depth video on glycolic acid, can you write down below, please tell me about glycolic acid, Dr. V, and I will do a full video on it, because I think there's a lot of confusion with glycolic acid, and I just want to clear it up so that everyone's very clear on what you should and shouldn't be wearing when it comes to glycolic and just AHAs in general. Okay, so the next product here is Skin Illuminate Face Serum. Okay, so the positives of this product, we always try and start with the positives, is butylene glycol, which is a moisturizer, also a very good solvent. It's got glycerin, it's got squalene in it. And the actives I love, it's got magnesium ascorbate phosphate in it. It's stable and effective at about 5%. It's also got palmitoyl proline in it, which increases hydration, and it's a skin conditioner, it's a skin softener, so I love that too. It's got licorice extract, which I love, and it's got turmeric in it too, which is soothing and it reduces any erythema. It's a very good antioxidant, but it must be packaged correctly, otherwise it won't work. So you really want to have this in an airtight compartment, which is ideally blocking UV with turmeric. Okay, so now on this thing, however, it says IFRA certified allergen-free fragrance. So two things about this. Number one, I still don't know what the fragrance is. And number two, IFRA is an industry body that represents the fragrance industry. So it's not representing the consumer. And so I don't know actually if this product is going to lead to contact dermatitis or not, because they're not transparent about what the fragrance was. So what do you do with that? I mean, muddy water. So I love everything else in this product, which is a shame. I mean, if they just reformulated this without the fragrance, people are going to get used to not wearing fragrance. People don't want fragrance. The number of comments that we get on our channel that say, well, it's 2020, why do we have fragrance in our skincare? I'm telling you, Mama Earth, if you are watching, I promise you, if you please just reformulate this particular product, I love, love, love. You're so close for it, you know, being excellent. If you just eliminate the fragrance, I will do a full video for you on it, and it'll be really helpful to all our brothers and sisters in India as well. So next product. Okay, so the next one is Bye Bye Blemishes. So the actives here are niacinamide, which is the 5th ingredient, so probably about 3%. It's got licorice extract, mulberry extract, which I love. It's got vitamin C, but again, it doesn't tell me the form, so please can you get good at writing down what type of vitamin C you're putting in your product. I actually really like the formula. The only thing that I don't like is that they went and added fragrance again. So Mama Earth, please remove your fragrance from this product and I will endorse it, because actually you got so much right. You don't use drying alcohols. You don't use essential oils. You don't use any other sensitizers. You're not using menthol or other things that just are not good for our skin. You're so close. And I do believe, I think the reason you haven't taken that next step to completely remove it is that you're worried that the consumer is not going to be ready and that they're not going to want it. But I promise you, anyone who starts removing fragrance from their products, those products are going to do the best, because consumers are becoming very educated when it comes to our skincare. They are now able to go to the shops, read the back of the list and tell you the discrepancy with the marketing on the front and the ingredients at the back. So within the next 12 months, I give it 12 months, and I think everyone is going to be very clued on when it comes to skincare. So they are very close. I'm quite happy with the brand, you know, if they just remove that one thing. But as it stands, yeah. I just realized I'd actually done that whole video and I hadn't even given you one product to purchase from Mama Earth. What I would say is I've given you the information. You can make an educated choice as to whether or not you want to buy or not, but that's my job, is to give you the education. So please do download your free guide. The link is in the description box below. Please tell me what other brands you want me to review and which other free guides you want me to make for you. I do feel like a lot of you have read my book down below, and I want to keep educating. We'll keep pushing. You know, that's the most important thing here. So if there's specific topics you want me to make books for you on and ebooks for you on, I am more than happy to do it. I'm thinking maybe layering might be a good video, a good ebook to do for you. So you let me know and I will do it for you. Thank you very much.